So now as I go through philosophy of throwing program, philosophy of bullpen, philosophy.
Philosophy of alignment, philosophy of alignment, so philosophy
Yes.
of alignment.
Okay, so I
philosophy
got it.
Philosophy of being the best that you can be, philosophy of being in the zone, philosophy of bringing your best forward, philosophy of relief, philosophy of belief in yourself, philosophy not projected to them, philosophy, you know what we're saying, projected at myself. My philosophy is to get into the receptive mode and allow my inner being to know these pictures, my inner being to know them, and for me to receive what my inner being knows.
So as I set up my process with, they've been giving me like hire and fire and demotion and promotion, like they're like, Dougie, here you go, man, run your show. So
And you're going like, source energy, run my show.
that's what I'm saying. I
Run
totally
my
agree.
show, because you've got all the resumes and you've seen all the practices and you're aware of all of the hearts and you know who really cares and who is most likely to be in alignment with what they care about.
Okay.
In other words, inner being, point out to me those most likely to be in the receptive mode, because if they're going to be great, they got to be. So listen for evidence of that. Your guidance is going to come to you. It's going to show to you which ones are frequently or potentially, steadily and chronically, because that's what you need,
Sure.
in the receptive mode.
Okay.
Your guidance will also show you which ones aren't.
Interesting.
Don't let that feeling that this one isn't be translated by you as your resistance. That's not what it is.
Meaning
Meaning-
don't let that knock you off saying that you can't hire them because of that?
Don't let that knock you off by saying, I feel negative emotion about this person, therefore there's something wrong with me. The guidance is going to come to you, yes, no, yes, no. And the
Yeah.
no doesn't mean that you're doing something wrong.
No.
Your inner being is going to help you be discriminating about what's the right.
Don't go that way.
Precisely.
Okay. So then my question to you, if I could, just because I'm in the process of a little bit of timing on this thing, current resumes I got in the pot, I'm going to wait for a little bit. I'm going to sit with it and sift and so on and so forth. I'm going to buy time with the front office as best I can.
You could do it today or tomorrow, doesn't matter.
Could I just give you a name?
Do it anytime. Yes, and this is how it will happen.
Thank you.
So go through your pile. How deep is the pile?
Right now it's like 6, but
So-
I'm pretty good with just asking about one. No, seriously, I don't think I need the other 5 or 6.
You don't, but here's how you figure that out. So go through them. Don't read the resumes.
No.
Because your inner being already has.
Okay.
And they have a vibrational frequency that you are already aware of, but you don't want to project to your inner being too much about what you perceive about them, because your inner being perceives precisely about every one of them.
Okay.
So read their names.
Okay.
Put them aside and go to bed. And when you wake up in the morning, don't get out of bed. Lie there in the receptive mode and listen for the name.
From just that pot I got right now.
From just that, listen for the name. And the first name that you receive is the name. Don't second guess it. Don't say but, don't say oh, don't say why. The first name that comes to your mind will be right. Now you see how important this is? What we're talking about is he's going to get in the receptive mode and do this. You're not going to use us to translate it. I'm not going to use Esther. Esther's already in the receptive mode and she's dying to tell you, but if she does, we'll kill her. We're just kidding. Yeah. Allow yourself the pleasure of getting to the receptive mode and receiving it, and then allow yourself the pleasure of watching it play out.
Take ownership that I'm there.
There has never been anyone with whom we have interacted that we were more certain is ready to do this. We have enjoyed this interaction more than words can convey. It is delicious to come together with those like you. You don't want it to be over, do you? It's time though, isn't it? We have a whole other hour? Really? It is delicious to come together with those like you. We have a little homework for you on segment of refreshment. Go refresh, and then put yourself in your seat, and from the receptive mode that you're already in, listen for your question. And when we come back, we will find you. We'll find you. Good time for a segment of refreshment.